Right, so now the bike's all put back together, the belts are done, chain's done, fork's done, and it's been MOT'd and passed. Now, one small issue I've found, even after changing the battery, obviously for the purposes of the MOT and the fact the original battery was dead, what I'm finding is when I go to start the bike, I'd probably say more than half the time when you push the starter, you can hear the starter relay just clicking and the motor not turning. Usually on the second or third attempt, the motor will then turn over and the engine will start. But it kind of acts like it's got a dead battery. Some of these older Ducatis, like older than this one, I think historically I've had issues with ground straps and the cables not being thick enough or there being corrosion at the connection. But there's actually, in order to change the battery, you've got to take off the ground strap for the engine, which is behind this cover. So in the process of changing the battery, I already had that off. So I don't think that's an issue, but what I think it may be, because it's sat for so long, is I think it's possibly this button's maybe got some corrosion or oxidation on the contacts. That, or perhaps the relay, which I think is under there, along with the battery. So as a bit of a quick attempt of trying to fix it, I'm going to try and clean the electrical contacts with contact cleaner, and see if that makes any difference. It'll take a while before I know for definite, because sometimes it does start up first time, but like I say, more often than not, the starter motor doesn't even turn. So it's a little bit strange, considering it's got a new battery on it. So there's two Allen headed screws at the top and one at the bottom, which you can just manage to squeeze an Allen key through the gap there, so you don't have to loosen anything else. And then that gets us into this position. You can see when you push the starter, this is what's happening. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take that screw out, and I'm expecting this metal piece here is just going to come out, and I'll see what that looks like on the other side. Right, so this is what we've got on the inside. We've got a spring that sort of gives resistance to the button. You've got, to me, what looks like an electrical contact on like a spring retainer on the spring, a spring retainer on the button, sorry. But I can't actually see anywhere that it makes contact with anything, so I don't really think that's the switching mechanism. I think it's just the pushing of this. So you can actually see there is a little bit of corrosion. Whether it's enough to stop it starting, possibly. I don't think it'll do any harm. So I've got some of this, and I'll just give all that a spray. And then flip it over and give it a wipe. So you can see when you push the switch, the little contacts make contact with the PCB. So now I've got the cover off the top of the battery, and I've got access to the relay. So this actually looked pretty good. Obviously someone's been at this in the past, because it was all covered in dielectric grease, and the bolts were tight, but I just nipped them up ever so slightly. But the cables look fine. Took the fuses out. I think one's a spare. I think that's a spare, and that is the one that's actually used. So took them out, cleaned them, cleaned the fuses at the back there, and I've been pushing this connector in and out a few times just to make sure if there's any corrosion on it, it comes off. And then I checked that the positive terminal was tight, which it was. So I'm now going to try and start it up and see if it'll go first time. So wish me luck. So as you've seen, that was very quick and easy, and cost basically nothing except for the contact cleaner. So let's see if it's made any difference. So we're in neutral, clutch in, here we go.